This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2020 Jayco Eagle travel trailer. The model is 280 RCOK. This is not a floor plan video. This is a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? You have power stabilizers. One switch controls both rear, and the switch up front controls both front. You have power awning with LED strip. You also have slide toppers on this one. Okay, this is the vent for the range hood. If you're using the fan in the range hood to vent to the outside, make sure you open the baffle in this. If you reach up there, use your thumb, you could pop those little latches and you can actually have the baffle flapping freely. That's what you want. All right. Well, we are just over here. This is a hookup for a grill. That connects to the LP system. Okay. You have an outside kitchen. Whoops. Which is right here. So you have a refrigerator, and then you have your griddle or grill. This also plugs in. This is your quick connect for it, your LP line, and it connects in underneath the trailer here. Okay. As we move forward, you have outside speakers, of course. This is your that's where you crank the spare down, and there's your front stabilizer. So you got your cranks for that, two different cranks. The 3/4 inch crank is, you can use that on this tongue jack. If it happens to fail, it's a power tongue jack, but it happens to fail, you can pull this rubber plug out here and put the crank on there and crank it manually. You have two 6-volt batteries wired together as 12 volt. That gives you more storage. So we have two 6-volt batteries outputting 12 volt. Okay. The reason he has that is because, because you have a solar array here. You have two panels on the roof. That is a power inverter. That's the main reason for the 6 volt. But it's a power inverter. Inversion is inverting 12 volt DC to 110 AC. You also have a converter inside that goes the other way from AC to DC. Okay, and your controls. This is a battery disconnect. So on and so forth. Okay. There's also another digital readout inside the trailer for the solar panels. So just keep in mind, if you ever replace the batteries, you can replace them with 12 volt DC batteries. Just wire them together so it still outputs 12 volt. You never want to exceed that. So keep that in mind. You also have a hitch with it. This is a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. We'll show you how that operates when you pick up. You have cameras. You have one on each side and then a backup camera. Okay. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. There we go. This is your water station here. You have a sprayer, obviously. You can bypass your water heater right here. You have different valves to configure it in different ways. There's all the possibilities right there. So you can use city water, which is the most common thing to do. You also can fill the tank and pump the water out of the tank if you're camping someplace that doesn't have city water. So you can do that all from here. These are your black tank and 2 gray. Okay. Valves, hookups here. You've got a waste system here. This one is made by Thetford. This is your water heater here. Right, it works on gas and electric. The switches are inside the trailer. I'll show you those when we get inside. Right now, this is a winterized trailer, so the water heater's bypassed and it's empty. And there's antifreeze in the system, so it's empty right now. Always make sure you fill it up with water before you use it once next spring comes along. So never run it without water in it. You have a 50 amp system, so we give you a 50 amp cord, plus we give you reducers to reduce it down to 30 and then to 20. You have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect the roof. You want to inspect it regularly, make sure nothing has damaged it, no low branches or anything have damaged it. You have once again, you have your Furrion backup camera. Okay, so we'll go inside here. This is your power converter. I told you about the inverter up front, which goes from DC to AC. This one goes from AC to DC. Most trailers have this. So you have a regular 110 AC circuit breakers here. As long as you're plugged in, you've got 110 AC here. They're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC here. So you got 12 volt DC and they're labeled. Also, this is a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery needs up front, and it'll always keep it charged when you're plugged in. Your tow vehicle, of course, charges the batteries when you're going down the road, and then your solar panel charges it as it can, depending on the conditions outside, okay? So these are your solar panel status. Right now, we're getting 6.6 amps basically that are being stored in the battery, converted from sunlight and stored in the battery, okay? This is a remote for some of your stuff here, your thermostat, dimmer switch for the lights here. You just rub your thumb over it. You can turn your antenna on and off, your digital antenna on and off here. Let's see what we got here. Your water pump is right here. So to turn that on and off right there, remember you use that to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use that to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas is right here. To turn on the electric heating element, it's right there. So that's where that's operated. Never run it without water in it. You have your slide rooms here and your awnings here, right? All the switches, and then you can check your levels here. Everything goes up in 1/3 increments basically. So your battery is here, it's totally charged, so on and so forth, okay? Alright, so let's see here. This is some stuff he left here. You have a sprayer, which goes to your port. He also left this here. You'll have to go through this. This is for his power inverter. This is a data cable and a switch for the data cable. So you could, originally you plug this inside of your power inverter, for example, and you could run it to the front here and use this to turn it on and off. He's got the switches up front, so it just depends on how you want to do it. I'm just telling you what that is, you know. I don't know why he set it up like he did. That's just the way it is. So you got your remotes here. So you're in good shape there. Okay, so your microwave works like any other microwave here, and you also have the vent here. We talk about the baffle on the range hood vent. So if you open the baffle, if you're going to use the 2-speed fan here, always open that baffle. You also have a light here, right there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to light this or go through it, I'm just going to explain it to you. The 3 middle knobs are for the 3 burners, right? This is the sparker. You turn this clockwise to spark it, right? This is for the oven. So you have to read up a little bit on it, but the oven has a pilot light back there, so you have to light the pilot light to use the oven. Looks like the oven's never been used, but we see that all the time. That's pretty typical. All right. This is your backup and camera system right here. There's your monitor for it. All right. This is all your stuff, all your literature for it. A lot of stuff. Your refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator. So that means it runs on AC power or LP gas. Right now it's on auto. Auto's where you're going to keep it for most of the time. I mean, you can switch modes, right? But Auto is where you're going to want it, generally speaking. The reason you use auto is because if it can't find 110 AC, it'll automatically switch over to gas and light on gas. Or if you have a power failure while you're away exploring for the day, for example, it'll sense that and automatically switch over to gas and light on gas. So therefore you won't spoil your food. Storage up here, plus your sound system here, which has all the stuff, you know, USB drive, it has Bluetooth, radio, AM, FM radio, all that stuff. Okay. Your TV swings out, it's on a swing out bracket. You have a fireplace here, an electric fireplace, which is also a space heater, so it turns on there. You can see that's H, but that's telling us that the fan is on high, low, high, and off. So you can leave the fan off and just use this for the ambiance type thing, or you can click it once and put the fan on low and then go to high. Now it's really kicking out the heat right now on high. So I'll put it back to off. You also can change the color of the crystals. And oh, that's a timer. The other one's a timer. So let me back that off. I don't want it running. Let me shut it down so it loses it. Okay. So, and that's default right there. Okay, so I'm going to shut it off now. This is a hide-a-bed, I believe. Let me look here. Yeah, the back cushions pull right off. You grab it here, you fold it out, drop the legs, and you got a 3-panel hide-a-bed. You have recliners here. Trailer's in really good shape. You have your dinette chairs here. Now let me look, just for the heck of it here. Look around a little bit. Yeah, so you have your other 2 chairs here. So these are foldable chairs. So you only have 2 out, and you can get the other 2 from underneath the bed here if you want to add 4, or have a total of 4. I mean, add 2. Okay. Let me see what else we have here. I'm looking around as I go. This is for your antenna right here. The antenna rotates on the roof. It doesn't go up and down. You have a power vent here. Okay. Bathroom here. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet is an RV toilet, so it sits right over a black tank. You got a flush pedal right there. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. Then you come in here and you put a dose of chemical in the bowl. You stand on the pedal long enough to put about a gallon of water along with the chemical in the tank below, and it's ready to be used. If you don't do that, it's considered using it dry, and it'll get clogged up if you do that, and it'll smell terrible. So you always want to make sure there's chemical and water in it before you use it. Okay. Yes, again, remote switches here for that fan because it's a little harder to reach, I guess. Emergency window, which it works like all emergency windows. You push it through, grab the tab, pull the screen out, and you can escape in an emergency. The bed comes up like I showed you, and then you have, of course, storage and everything right here. Air conditioner, thermostat here for the front air conditioner, and then this other thermostat is for the rear. Okay, I think that does it. The rest of it is self-evident. You know, you have USB charger ports, you got all kinds of stuff here. This is the carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be glowing green like it is, always. If it's not green, get it serviced immediately because it's important, okay? Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please keep in mind, like I said, you want to inspect the roof regularly, just to make sure there's no damage, none of the roof material gets damaged by low branches or anything like that. Just you can't see what's happening up there, so you got to go up and take a look occasionally, okay? And right now this is winterized, so there's no water in the system, and it's set for till the spring when you turn it back to camping mode, okay? Thank you.